So we missed a radar ping or two in the buried ruins from before. Can't make up my mind where to push on to retrace our steps. What do you think, mechanic? I'm pretty worked up about this for a guy who wanted to pack up and go home. You got it all wrong. Wanting to go home soon as I'm pumped for treasure. Yes, yes, keep telling yourself that. You dropped something, big man. I meant to show this to you. A metal plate. Is this more scrap for the heat? Well, closer. It's pretty rusty, but isn't there something written here? It's hard to make out what it says. Singing is the key. Something something opens the way. And what's this about gold? Whoa, gold for eel? Say more. What else is there about gold? That's as much as I could read, but ain't hidden gold is worth going after, right? I found the plate attached to the bot. Looks like we're relying a bunch on the bot, actually. Is it leading us somewhere? The bot's leading us to gold, I suppose. It's possible, I suppose. I don't get what the singing is the key part means, but I bet we'll know when the time comes. This could be our big chance to bring back a fortune. Hidden gold, leave it to us to hunt it down. Okay. I mean, this is just developing gadgets, right? I don't know why they didn't just merge these two. It's kind of weird. More gadget parts. We'll do one more HP. Okay. Definitely tinker with this. More air. Okay, it does more damage against airborne salmonids and increases splatolite damage. We can do more charge in, +5, more damage, +3%. Shortens the cooldown of this gadget when you defeat a boss salmonid with it. You know, I will YOLO that. Not my typical playstyle. I like stuff that's more consistent and more usable in a variety of scenarios, typically in a game like this, but whatever, it's fine. Fog cleared again. Those buried ruins had more loot for the taking. What's our move? 3 relics rest in the buried ruins. Your tank determines which one you can snag. Oh, okay. So you have to replay it, I see, with a different tank. And that gives you something else to do. Well, we could try this one. I don't know what this top icon is. Let's get that dub. That's the only thing, you can't turn the finishing splash. I just don't have it. Now this is like actual horde mode. Yeah, I don't know if I like the vertical slash. I feel like if I'm using this, it's to clear areas, even if the vertical slash does more damage. Seconds left. No, I don't think we have enough. We need just a little more. Yeah. We need just a little more. If we could have had the ult just a little bit sooner, we could have done it. I mean, hey, we leveled up. It's not the worst. That's not hard. That's speed. I mean, at this rate, we're going to be able to increase the limiter. God, it's not the damage. We will have to do at least one damage upgrade, which is fine. Oh no, we could do one more limiter, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take off the vertical slash. I think the vertical slash isn't as helpful as you'd think. Slash area, we could do, can we do 2 of the same? No, we can't. So you can't stack multiple, unfortunately. Yeah. Put on overpowered attacker. Let's try that one again. What it really is we need to level up. First of all, I need to get a better gun. And then we also need to level up the satellites. If I could level up the satellites to make them big and they put a lot more ink out, that would be more helpful than anything else. Maybe the higher levels of that ability makes it require less hits to hit maximum damage. So maybe instead of like 9, it requires only like 5 or something. Done. We did it. You know, that ability is actually pretty good. I didn't think it was going to be that good. Because there's so many coming at you at once, it's actually worthwhile to get the ability. Yeah, the vertical slashes wasn't really helpful. That's probably more like an anti-air thing. I think that this is better. Treasure. Spiralite gem, a rare rival crystal. Okay, so we need that to upgrade. Is that the last material we need to upgrade the ship again? Yep. Weapon upgrading, perfect. The weapons are starting to pile up. It's about time we had a place to put them. We could use it to upgrade them too, maybe. Like we'd have the weapons do weight training or something. I think the mechanic grinds spiralite shards into powder and uses those. Is that how it works? Spiralite shards are like protein for weapons. That's how they bulk up. I assure you there's no weight training involved. Whew, that about does it. There's storage space beneath the floor if you need any. The weapon stash is complete. See whenever you feel like tinkering with weapons. I can't wait to see how weapons get buffed. You'll have to show me the process later on, mechanic. Okay, we have to continue. Here it is. You're gonna pump up your weapons. Move to upgrade your weapons. That's what I like to hear. You know you can boost a weapon's damage output by upgrading with spiralite shards, right? Tough enemies need tough solutions. If you feel a little underpowered, a weapon upgrade could be the ticket. Weapons can be upgraded to level +5. It's expensive. Yeah, then I don't know. It might not be worth doing this. Well, let's see if we can get a better blaster, and then we'll do it. Like, it's good, but it requires a lot of spiralite, and I don't exactly have a ton at the moment, so we'll do that later. Okay. Anything around here? Sometimes you gotta look right at the start of a level. See, like here, this upgrade isn't gonna do much because there's no enemies, basically. Oh, nice. Might be like a specific horde mode ability that you just want to put on like only for horde mode. What? Oh, it's the fish sticks. Sand slosher. We're gonna have to play the whole game with this shitty blaster because I won't get another one. It might just be RNG, man. I wonder specifically why we can't just swim. It's like the easiest restriction to put in a video game, so much so to the point that it, like, even in Assassin's Creed 1 you can't swim. Up, spotlight damage up, perfect. I think the splatolite will benefit from bigger satellites, more ink, like, you know, splatted everywhere. And then lastly, just like minor upgrades. Like, I don't think it's going to be a primary damage dealer. Steel eel. Oh, that's pretty far off. I got this is nowhere near the same difficulty as what we just did. Where have I heard that sound effect before? It's definitely not a Nintendo game either. And compass. I kind of miss when Zelda games had compasses. Like, you would... Like, I miss when Zelda game dungeons were, like, very complex, you know? I mean this in, like, kind of a weird way that, like, maybe I'm just thinking of the Oracle games specifically. But I kind of miss when Zelda games were specifically, like... The dungeons today just feel too linear, man. Like, again, like, they're afraid that someone might struggle a little bit too much. So they just kind of, like, removed everything that would have made it complicated or difficult. That's why I really would love a remake of the Oracle games, man. Like, I know asking for remakes is like monkey's paw tier sometimes, but I think it would be really fun. And they already have the engine, basically. Like, literally, they're just made on the Link's Awakening engine. And they're actually, like, really cool because there's stuff in those games you can only get if you link them together or if you play on the Game Boy Advance. And so, like, that would just be, like, an easy thing they could just include. And let's be fair, they're already done. Like, these are not games that need to be remade, like, or you know, do anything crazy for it. They're meant on one screen. I hold out hope for that, like, 20 years in the future, and it's probably never gonna happen. It's gonna get, like, add vertical damage, perfect. It's gonna get some weird, like, other Zelda game, like Echoes of Wisdom again. Yeah, it doesn't really seem like there's a lot of hidden stuff. I wonder if every level's gonna have, like, a time attack. That's the most you're gonna get from hidden stuff, probably. Okay, so the only job of the fish sticks is to just spray grease or whatever. Explosion damage up. Alright, very nice. Water Wing Splatter Shot Jr. Okay, maybe that's the weapon we need. There's gotta be like purple tier weapons. They probably have like weapon rarity in this. Okay, level 8. Curved Trivet. Lifesaver. HP recovers 10% faster. Recover from danger 10% faster. It's meant to prize stability above all else. Nimble Shooter optimized for ink efficiency. Yes. Yes. Explosive Steps. Add vertical damage. They also inflict damage vertically. Increases their damage. Increases the damage of spin wheel explosions. Already acquired. Okay. So maybe there's no duplicates in this game. We'll do a gadget upgrade. Okay, now release the limiter. More upgrades enabled. Okay. Alright, so now we can keep going. Equip weapons. I think we just have to do equip weapons. I don't think we need to do another, my arms. Another part, slot upgrade. I think we just have to keep going with damage, HP, and now we'll work on gadget damage. Probably don't need more HP. I think weapon damage is the primary, thing that we should work on. Yep. Very nice. While using a weapon, the area at your feet is inked a little. You could do a small jump. A 10% chance a small explosion occurs. HP recovered. No, I think we need to use ink. Less ink being used. I like the power tanks. I don't have any complaints about power tanks. Oh, we already had like a really good one anyway. Oh, never mind. Oh, that other thing we picked up wasn't for this? Oh, okay, never mind. Another horde mode, and another compass mission. Let's try this. I'm gonna do 100%. I even get ink up there. Okay, never mind. You just have to summon him. I don't think you can arc ink shots like that. Even though they fall, I don't think they fall in such a manner that they'll hit it. But yeah, well, basically my biggest worry about this game is that it just won't have a lot of levels, and it's gonna, at some point, say you need to start replaying older levels with, like, time limits and stuff. And that's the one thing I'll say about, like, level-based games now, is I kind of want them to have, like, a lot of levels. I think that that's, like, one thing that will set it apart. And without, like, having looked up how many levels this has, that is the number one thing I worry about whenever I play a mission-based game like this. is like, okay, well, if it's going to cost the same as an open world game, and I usually hate doing this, but sometimes you play a game and there's only like maybe 20 missions. And it's like, well, wait a minute, this is like a $60 game. How could you only have 20 missions? So like, I think Yoshi's Crafted World did this well because it had, you could replay time trial, and there was a, what was it, each level you could play in reverse, which was just so interesting as a platformer, or for a platformer to be able to do. I absolutely love that. I mean, think about the level of creativity necessary to have a game where you could play the platformer levels in reverse, you know? That's why I remember it so fondly, because it's like, wow. How many games do you know that do that? Ow, okay. Yeah, I think that's for the other ability. That's kind of unfortunate. Also, a game like this could really benefit from a level creator. Like, if we were getting level creators in the 2000s, I feel like we could get level creators today. It doesn't even have to be on, like, some Mario Maker stuff, you know? It would just be interesting to see what people would come up with. Because, you know, someone out there would be really good with it. And it would just technically add infinite replayability to the game. Like, that's, like, kind of the basics. You know, like, as I, unfortunately, get older, the more I realize, like, some of these games used to be really creative, but they came out in a time when they just weren't really popular. And today, if they came out, they would have tons of stuff to do, and, like, a little bit of marketing would just go a long way. Like Time Splitters is effectively what I'm half referencing here. So, like, if Doom could have, like, snap maps, and people still make snap maps today, like, I think that would be like a very good thing to add. It's just like, hey, why don't we just make a game where we could just have infinite player customization? Now, unfortunately, they will eventually shut that down. Like, the infamous 2 maps and stuff are shutting down as well. Those have been up for a while. Which does suck. I just wouldn't tie any trophies to it. That'll be my first fix for that. I mean, remember when that was like Mario Maker's whole thing, is that you could just make, what was it, Mario, was it Mario World? It was like Mario, it was like Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Bros. 3, no Super Mario Bros. 2, unfortunately, Doki Doki and shit. Was it also the DS one? I can't remember. I think Super Mario World was in it. That would be kind of nice. I always would want a Zelda Maker. I think a Zelda Maker has way more potential because you could get like full-on like games, like full-on crazy dungeons. Uh-oh. Plus 20% shard yield. Little Menace. Mega Power Egg Collector. Soap Bottle Splatter Shot. Increases the size of spin wheel explosions. I already have that. Yeah, this isn't the spin wheel, this is Splatolites. They're giving me stuff for the other one. I kind of like this. I think ink efficiency is good. There's nothing to even upgrade. So we'll just keep going. And another horde mode. Sticky sweet. Surf and turf. This is level 11. This is level 8. You gonna have to do camp this? See how it, like, clears a path forward? I like that. I think that's why it's going to be really good. A colander. We used to have a colander. I guess, like, people still use them. I just never see people use them anymore, I don't think. We got it. That's it? Just one level? Well, we're about halfway to leveling up the power tank. I'm assuming that every tank only has one level. Part of a proud roll of bags, perforated for easy separation. Shot pot high fiver. It's a shotgun. And then it keeps lines. Bomb loons. The more you link together, the bigger the explosion. Okay. I don't know how helpful the turret would be. Dash. Hurl it like a boomerang. See, now that could be good. Like, I kind of think area clearers are going to be more helpful. So I don't know. I'm not really interested in doing much else. There's probably nothing to upgrade now anyway. There's nothing to upgrade. We're good. Alright, it's all the same, so you don't have to swap between these. You can just go between them all. Okay. What about this? I mean, it's level 11. I'm not even going to lie to you. That might be the best way to level up right now. Is to do something that's way higher than me. Even if I lose, at least I'll get a good amount of experience. Like I said, I just think this will be the most efficient way to level up. we actually just beat it. It really was that simple. Ironically, it might still be a good place to level up, because we're basically below a certain level and we kind of need to level up a bit more. So we just go here and then go left, okay? I still think we do weapon damage. I mean, you can't go wrong, like inevitably you'll have to upgrade everything, but I think we just do weapon damage. I mean, we might as well do new stuff, and then if we really need to, we go back and do the other stuff. Okay, raid. I don't think you can stop it, yeah. I think once it launches, you can't stop it at all. It's like a Diablo ability. You just have to hit a whole bunch of enemies with it. Right, we did it. Ow. I guess you can't die once you've beaten the sub-level. They automatically prevent you. Because I was right on top of the bomb. I did not mean to do that either. I was like, is this going to damage me? That's nice of them. They could always just say, nah, you die here. I cannot believe they have a microwave. Like they just pass through solid objects with it. Okay, it's not that bad. They're not dealing enough damage to me for that. The HP ups help for sure, but oh geez, okay. This is one of the more annoying enemies when you combo with the towers and the fish sticks. Definitely. He only lands every so often, which makes it kind of hard to hit him with it. Okay. Alright, not that bad. Ow. Direct hit damage up. That's for the spinner. Nothing for the splatolites. It's all for the spinner, which I really don't want to use. I like the hatchet. I mean, maybe the hatchet is a little bit risky because you have to get into melee. Maybe the other one's a bit better, but I kind of like the upgrades for the hatchet. Like that, you hit 9 enemies, you deal bonus damage is like really powerful. Gadget recovery damage. A flat object whose coloration and engravings may give it a cultural value has a different feel upside down than right side up. Yeah, more spin wheel. Increases the size of splatolites and the size of the inked area. Okay, good. Uh-oh. Yikes, that island looks dangerous. Maybe we shouldn't go. But the rare says there's a huge treasure there. We gotta risk it. Might find the hidden gold sooner than I thought. In that case, maybe I should tag along for this one. You two are pushovers, knowing the gold will get stolen the moment you drop your guard. Stolen by who? You don't mean the mechanic here? No way, the mechanic would never. Gold does strange things to people. By the time they creep up behind you, it's already too late. Shiver? What are you smiling for? I'm dead serious. It's just that I found these while we were out treasure hunting. What pictures? Why would those be out here on the Spiralite Islands? I also fell out of the chopper. Stuff got scattered everywhere in the crash. These are yours, aren't they, Shiver? Is he right? You really brought along some photos? Yeah. There, you see. Don't take it personally, mechanic. Shiver's just looking out for me and Fry. Quiet, you. What did I do? Now then, mechanic, I'm coming along to that suspicious island where we'll be keeping a very close eye on you. If you're not trying to get one over on us, now's your chance to prove it to me. And like Big Man said, it's nothing personal. Somebody around here has to be pragmatic. Okay. So after everything I've done, she still doesn't trust me. That's peak, man. Oh, we have a new outfit. Just cosmetic? Yeah, we'll put it on. Gadget recovery damage. So if you get hit, you get almost a second off all your cooldowns. Satellite area up. Nah, we probably remove that. There you go. Anything new on this? Not really. Create an explosion when stepping in. We'd have to raise the limit. Is there even any reason to raise the limit? I guess we could raise the limit on our next level up. That might be worthwhile, maybe. Because now we have something to raise it for. Okay. There's got to be more that's going to show up on that raid button menu. What an eerie place. Let's collect the treasure and get out of here. Full appetizer. I don't know if that's going to do anything to him. We got a lot of HP. I'm assuming at some point he lands and we could probably do like a lot of damage. The fucking ink. I don't have any cooldowns. There. It just takes so long to get your ink back. I wonder if we could increase ink capacity, because that's really what I would need to do. Where'd they go? Oh, that's it, okay. This is gonna be big damage, gotcha. Now's your chance! There's no critical hit spot, right? Nothing breaks them, nothing breaks them. I wish it was a little bit more obvious that, like, you can't break the bombs. Doesn't seem that apparent to me that you can, like, you can't do anything to them. And it won't despawn. You gotta love that. It's really nice. They just all despawn once you get the drill attack. Probably one more cycle. Which is fine, because we have all 3 lives. I still think Big Man would have been better for this. I know it's part of the story, but like imagine if we could just keep... I just think being able to deal damage by slamming into them is just too strong. I genuinely thought I was gonna kill him. Sometimes they just seem to... It's probably not inconsistent, it just feels sometimes like I just think they're gonna take more damage than they actually end up doing. Who are these little guys? That's the only thing, he puts down the gusts you jump in right under the tornadoes that he's actually trying to hurt you with. Yeah, we're just killing him normally. He didn't even bother doing it a second time. Or I guess that was the second time, the third time. What is he, a Zelda boss? Okay. I nearly went a lot worse. I was sure you were done for, thanks. You're not too shabby, are you? Well, you had the good sense to team up with us. Anyway, this is genuine treasure, right? It's not gold, but we could still get 10 million, maybe even 30 million for it. After all, the Salmonids owe us for the damage they've done to Splatsville over the years. We're just here to collect. Hits us with the oh ho ho. This song, it's an old family tune. I guess they weren't wrong about singing. Alright, what developer's favorite character is Shiver? Because this is insane. They give her way more screen time and she flirts and dances for the main character. Amazing, it's like being in a planetarium. I was too caught up in the song to notice exactly what happened just now. Look! It's a constellation. Somebody's looking up at a tower. A very fancy tower at that. What's that gleam at the top? A gleam can only mean one thing. Loot. A tower with treasure at the top, just like a game. I bet it's even golden. No doubt the note that mentioned gold said something about singing is the key. It was talking about my song. This tower must be connected to the gold, right? I mean, the gold is hidden in a whole tower of treasure, and that's a haul worth finding. Okay. No level up, though. Awkward letter opener. For 12 million. More showstopper power. Oh, this number's gonna get absolutely absurd. And then another splatter shot, which is probably what we're going to use. Duration up for Splatolites, increases how long Splatolites orbit for, shortens the cooldown of this gadget when you're hit by a close range attack. You already have that, so when you get a duplicate, you get scrap for it. You get shards. Welcome back, Mechanic Shiver, you did great. That might have been a dangerous fight if the mechanic hadn't been there, that is. Thanks to you, you made out just fine, so I think I can trust you for now. what Shiver is trying to say is thank you, and this is going to be a great partnership, right? I didn't know you were a ventriloquist, big man. Before we forget, did you not bring back the planetarium-looking thingy? Real treasure was the clue it showed. I saw no need to haul back the device itself, although if we framed it right and charged for admission, there could be real money here. From priceless artifact to tourist attraction. How about we take a rest for now? You must both be pretty tired after that. Now that you mention it, let's take a few breaths before we search for the treasure tower. Maybe we'll find another clue to it if we clear out the fog. Take 5, everyone. We'll be treasure hunting again before you know it. Yeah, there's nothing else to upgrade. Yeah, there really is nothing to upgrade. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a duration up. So we're gonna increase gadget limit next. Mechanic, you're getting pretty good at raiding with us, but not everyone's as skilled as you. Maybe you could assist people in need. You know, press minus to help other players asking for aid. Let's attempt a dungeon a party of up to 3. You get a nice little reward as a help bonus, but you can't take home what you picked up if you fail. And while we're at it, you now tackle spicy raids in previous dungeons. They have tougher salmons, but also new treasure chests to claim. You can see the available dungeons and the treasure chests in the ZL dungeon menu. Offer out challenge spicy dungeons, it's all there to try at your leisure. This is like level 14. Okay. So these older ones have new stuff to do. So these have like bonus stuff. See, it's spicy, high danger. So we won't do that. Well, all these have high danger. I mean, I guess the best thing to do is just to try missions that are just going to be hard. And if we fail, at least we gain a little bit of experience. It doesn't seem like I have much else to lose. If you don't want to have to redo older streams, older things. Windows, please. It would still not let me do what I need to do. Please, Windows. Windows is just... I love Windows 11. It refuses to do the thing you want it to do. Thank you. Spring Chum. Now, they don't do more damage. I guess they're just more aggressive. It's not that modern day shit where they just act like the game is harder because enemies do a ton more damage, as opposed to maybe just acting faster. I kind of prefer that. Like, if you just make the numbers bigger, it's not as impactful or as memorable. It's just like, oh, well, we needed to make sure you weren't going to do this too early to extend the game. Like, there's a lot of modern day game design things I don't like. Like, oh, we're going to level sync. You know, so like basically you never really level up. All your damage is relative. This is like specifically an Assassin's Creed complaint. But a lot of other games do it as well. It's like, well, then what's the point of having an RPG if you can't at some point just beat all the enemies, like, you know, doing nothing, basically. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but it's a good feeling to know, like, yeah, I leveled up and I did this thing, which made it worth it. Now you're gonna tell me what an ink rail is? It's a little bit late. We had that in an earlier level. The hell is that? Oh, okay, it starts from down here. Gotcha. Like, it's a little bit late. See, I didn't know what this was when I first looked at it, because I basically haven't played Splatoon online in almost a decade. If you can believe this is now a decade-old franchise. And it has more games than a lot of other franchises that have been around a lot longer. Yeah, I'm gonna be a salty bitch about it. You know, I like Big Man. How do you ever get stuck working with these two? I know they're part of a band, but why? Why would he torture himself in such a manner? A roller. Oh, I can't. Okay, you can't do that. Almost had to slowly slide off to my doom there. It's really weird. This game uses like a lot of musical cues. Oh my god. Oh my lord. This might be the first like really hard level because they actually deal pretty good damage. Big stack stinger. Yeah, the only thing is, like, there's a lot of area to fight, but there's not, like, a real reason to explore most of the levels. They're kind of just, like, arenas to fight in. I think the real challenge and fun of this game is going to be the difficulty, basically. There you go. This just takes you to the other side. Okay. Splatolite damage up. Oh, we have to upgrade this multiple times over, probably. Okay. Treasure. A little tail. Speed up, so you probably move faster. Small cute tail. One can't help but wonder what the rest of the body looked like. Umbrella. Yeah, Splatolite damage up. We still haven't leveled up, man. We're doing missions way higher level than us, and we're still not leveling up. So maybe we do some of the spicy levels, then I don't know. I feel like the spicy levels are going to be on a completely different, like, just monstrous difficulty check. Like, I don't know if they just want me to specifically go back and replay old levels or what. Yeah, like that. So, like, the Splatolites are what I'm talking about. They actually are like a good entry tool because of the ones in front of you. They make like a good amount of goo. So I actually get to swim around like that. That's actually really good. They're kind of defensive and offensive at the same time. Ow. And there's a lot of them, of course, now. Yeah, we only have 50% of the power eggs we need. Yeah, I kind of see what we'll have to do to finish this one off. We have to build our ultimate as fast as possible, and then kind of just like face check all the steel eels going around. Here's the direct damage. We don't use the spin wheel. We can do more construction? Oh, level 2, okay. On a plan to make the hideout ship more comfy, works for me. They have the beginnings of some nice rooms, though it might be good if they had, you know, roofs. It sounds like a big job. Food first, then building. Sure tossing another one up there. Heave-ho. Keep it up. We're not even halfway done. This is what the crane is for? Mechanic. Did you hear what I... Mechanic? Doesn't this look great? It's like night and day. Now we'll be protected. Rainstorms, Mori storms, you name it. New facilities, new gadgets, and our test range is bigger. Let's take a moment to walk around the hideout ship and appreciate our handiwork. Okay. Meteor mitt. We need fish sticks, drill bits. We need more. We need a lot more materials, so I'm not going to be able to do that. Okay. Part development. Develop new gadget parts using stuff like salmonid drops and spiralite shards. Scrap unwanted weapons. Hideout level 3, and then there's a bunch of stuff on the test range which I'm not gonna buy. I mean, let's just keep trying that mission. Red Paradise. Reach it. Okay, I prefer the other one. Duration up. We might end up at the point where we have 100% uptime. What's victory cooldown? Okay. This is 7. We definitely don't have enough for that. We could at least put explosive steps on. That was kind of what I was thinking of before. More damage on the swing would also be good. But we can't do anything more than that. We might as well just keep doing this. We lose nothing from attempting, so... Like, if nothing else, we get to learn a little bit more, try a little bit more. 6% longer isn't exactly going to break anything, to be honest with you. This is weapon damage. Oh shit, I didn't realize they spawned another one behind me. Yeah, it's the weapon damage. It just takes too long for us to kill things. So like we're kind of in the second tier of the game, and we have to upgrade everything else. We could try the spicy raids at this rate, to be completely fair. You only have 1 minute and 32 seconds to do it. Oh, I never changed this. Oops. I mean, we could try the level 12. That might be a little bit better. It's still the most experience I could get, so... Unfortunately, I get the feeling like this game is probably going to descend into grinding a little bit. Yeah, see now, much better. That's my fault. I totally forgot I got the new weapon and I didn't change it. Like, I knew I had it, I just forgot I didn't change it. Moderately dangerous. Yeah, that was kind of not a good play. I'm gonna be honest, that was risky as fuck. Oh, you can't get anything from these dudes. I see. Well, we did it. It wasn't even that bad. I kind of get it now. It makes a little sense. Well, there's a second floor? No. Okay. Ooh, a purple! Let's go! Dude! It's purple! I wonder if they have legendary loot. Okay. It's just level 13 though, there's nothing that special about it. Rarely increases the bonus in, this is for the meteor mitt. Okay, do you have a minute? Keep seeing you get stronger and stronger with every raid you go on, and I was wondering, what's your secret to self-improvement? I asked Fry and Shiver, but they said the usual about be confident in yourself, which is the complete opposite of the advice from the survival guide I brought along. Could it be that I'm already as strong as I can get? I can't give up so soon. I'm heir to the Manta Clan and their Manta Dance showstopper. I practice hard here in the field. I'm sure I can make my own contributions to the showstopper. First, I'll focus on smoother swimming. Gotta make my skin as hydrodynamic as possible. Of course, thanks for hearing me out, mechanic. I know just what I need to do. Such a great listener. Well, here I go. And we've increased our bond. Okay. Didn't level up. Why is this one more level appropriate? To be fair, we did level... No, we didn't level up. What? I don't even know anymore, whatever. It might take our average gear score. Y'all like gear score in games? Well, it's not going anywhere, so get used to it. The thing is, my reload speed is so slow. Dude, that's gotta be one of the best abilities for sure, right? Yeah, we're doing it. 100%. This is actually probably a good one to level up in. Because they all only come out of one place, so you could just constantly farm them. Ugh. Another gem. Already acquired. Okay. More parts. Plane craft, okay. Alright, what can we tinker with? You already have the max level on. Battle Frenzy. If you're hit by a close range attack, shortens the cooldown by 3%. That's not really worth it. Let's put on the airborne damage. And then with this... yeah, let's put on large explosive steps. Okay, I mean, that's probably good enough. I think we go back to doing more weapon damage. Tater rocks. Alright, in a little bit I might stop. In fact, let me stop now. I'll be right back. I told you I would be back. Also, because I'm going to stream in a little bit, so we won't play for as long. Okay. We're going to try this, even though this is going to be a little bit more high level. Might as well. You know, we don't lose anything from just attempting it, so... that's one thing I have to give this game. Each level's kind of fast if you just play it. You don't lose anything if you fail, so... it's almost like no hard feelings a little bit. Wait, they have exploders? Oh, good. Oh my god. This certainly is a choice. I think you're just inevitably going to take some damage, so you're just gonna have to get a lot of health. Like, because you could get health. What happens is when you get down low on HP, the game puts you on like one-hit status. Like, the next thing that hits you kills you. You don't die instantly. You basically hold on at 1 HP. Okay. Slamming Lid's lid? What's a Kohawk party? Dude, look how much damage that does. That's disgusting. There. It's interesting how that's like one of the few monsters you actually have to be like precise with your aiming on. See, I like the different kinds of missions. I think that's what keeps this feeling like kind of fun, is that you have a variety of different missions that you could do, as opposed to just like, you know, basic levels and then like maybe just boss levels. I kind of like that there's multiple different levels that you can do. I like these in the raids the best, where you go underground and it's like challenges and there's multiple. I think that's what makes me like Donkey Kong Bonanza the most. Like that, I definitely like Donkey Kong Bonanza, which at this point, did that really come out like a year ago? Time flies, man. But I really like Donkey Kong Bonanza. I think the best out of any recent Nintendo game that I've played. I just feel like for what it tries to do, it really succeeds really well, so I really like it. don't need the showstopper. I need you to come here. Like, out of all the Switch 2 exclusives, like, the only one I still have yet to play, which is totally my fault, is Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. I don't know if that'll be as good as Crafted World, because Crafted World was fire. I love Crafted World. That's like one of my favorite platformers, and effectively outside of my childhood years. Like, when I really think about it, like, what are the platformers I really like? Like, Astrobot was one of them. Would you call this a platformer, maybe? Smoker. Oh, now you show this? Great. Yeah, I'm not going back for that last one. I also like that you could deploy it like this, so you can keep moving. Like, I like movement abilities, because, like this. Like, this is just, like, a good offensive and defensive, and it's movement heavy. I like that. I like that it has, like, multiple usages. You could use it in, you could use it out, and it's on a short cooldown. I think that that's going to be one of my favorite abilities. The hatchet, I could see myself maybe getting rid of. I probably won't. But I could see, like, the hatchet might be... Some levels it might be better just to not be melee-oriented. We just need to get more upgrades for the Splatolites. Fast Chum. They're going to be sped up. Yes. How did Big Mac end up down there? He is trolling right now. Okay, very nice. Yeah, if you hit them with it first, I don't think they deal damage to you. It's a little bit weird. Like, you have to hit them first, and then they get stunned, and you can hit them with it as normal. But otherwise, the Splatolites don't really have any stopping power, which I guess would be like their number one like weakness, is that they don't stop anything. Like this. Maybe we could get them to like spin faster. That'd be like one of the few things I would think. Could you imagine doing this with motion controls? I don't know, man. I just feel like, have motion controls ever genuinely made a game better? Because both Metroid Prime and Resident Evil 4 are perfectly playable on other consoles without them. I just like them with those. It kind of works for Resident Evil 4 a little bit. Like, is there a single game that is exclusive motion controls that it was like a net positive? Because I can't really think of any. I just feel like it's just added stuff to make the games feel more immersive. But they just become kind of annoying in a way instead of like more innovative, if that makes sense. Oh, I walked back into it. That's hilarious. Good lord. Let me get in the ink, please. Thank you. Like, I think the best innovation is from a gameplay standing, you know? So, like, one of the things I liked about Donkey Kong Bonanza was how innovative it was in you know, just going about level design. You know, like the fact that you can more or less mold the entire environment as you see fit, I think was really fun. That was like a really good idea. It made the game feel very unique. And you know, ultimately when you have a game with creativity like that, there's going to be moments when you could cheese the game, and then there's also going to be moments when you can't, and you have to play by the rules. And that's what happens in Tears of the Kingdom a lot, is there's a lot of ways you could do things that are probably unintentional, but like, they obviously made the game in such a way that you could do it, and I think that that makes it okay, you know, it makes it fine. Like, I will always go back to that one shrine in Tears when I was able to do, exactly that. Like, I was able to... Incredibly slow, thank you. That one shrine in Tears where I was able to rewind the ball all the way back, that was like a really cool example of what you can and can't do. Because, like, obviously they don't intend for you to do that, but the fact that you were able to do it with quick thinking and good enough reflexes felt really good. Like, that felt like a huge positive. I enjoyed that. It's just a shame, like, everything else about Tears is just Breath of the Wild 2, which just really sucks, because I really hated that. Like, breakable weapons sounds good, but what it really means is you just never really get to get used to any one or two particular weapons, because you can't craft your own weapons. If you could craft your own weapons, Tears would be so much more fun, and if you could repair them, it would be way more fun. Oh shit. I don't like this through the fucking wall laser, but whatever. I guess it would be maybe too easy, but I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit strong. It doesn't deal a lot of damage though, which I guess is like the one positive. There's a red one. It's a shame Splatoon 2 had no, like, actual player. Like, you couldn't just go into, like, normal lobbies with your friends. It's like, why? They want you to play with randoms. Like, don't you think the first thing people are going to want to do on a competitive or, like, a team-based multiplayer mode is that they're going to want to go in with their friends? Like, why not just have lobbies where it's like 2 stacks or more get put into their own special lobbies? If you're really so afraid, why don't you just do what, you know, like all those old FPSs did? Mercenary team deathmatch, where you just can't have a party. Where is he? Thankfully, they're not as annoying as treasure goblins. Sometimes treasure goblins are like really hard to kill. I mean, that's obviously the point. But I don't know. I feel like it's more annoying in Diablo because you get, like, the thing about Diablo damage is like you don't take a lot of damage in Diablo usually, unless you're on like really high difficulty levels. But what really kills you is getting stuck in like a whole bunch of enemies. I think that's really what kills you, because then they just start stacking all kinds of damage and effects. Like, I was not really too much of a fan of Diablo. I know we don't have to go back and pick it up, but it's... I can't help myself. Stuck in the grease, which you know must feel disgusting, right? Alright, more. We need just 400 more. Of course I'm out of ammo now. Why would I not be? I don't understand the purple waves after, though. Alright, I mean, that's it. I don't know if there's a limit to this, like maybe you can keep playing it and get more, but I'm just going to assume that there's no reason. You could just do it infinitely if you really needed to farm, like, Spiralite. I don't know if, like, the level gets harder and you could get more and more. I have no clue, so... Explosion damage up? That's for the mitt, which I haven't made yet. Okay. We maxed out the tank. What is this? A stringer, like a bow. And dualies. Splatterlight's duration up. Oh my god. Plus 15%. There's another Splatterlight. Yeah, more damage. 15% damage, too. Let's go check it out. So we can power it up in tank. Superpower tank. Does it have another level? Tank Surge. Activates when exiting swim form after being submerged in ink for a period of time. All damage increases by 20%. Okay, so we get powered up again. Power up to unlock gadgets, also equipable to A. And then equip one gadget and relic power. Okay. Tank Vortex. So basically, when we inevitably need to reload, we can just hop in and we get more damage. We don't have enough. I need 5. So even if I were to take off airborne damage, I don't have enough. I guess I have to do another gadget up. We're at the point now where it's actually a little bit better to upgrade the gadgets. Right, is that enough? How do I remove it? There you go. Do we have a 1? No, we don't have a 1. That's 21. Well, this takes up less. See, that's the difference, is that this is a higher tier, so it takes up less. But I'm going to keep this on right now. Like, because what else would I even put on? Airborne again? Like, what's the point? I might as well just keep on more damage. You can't really beat more damage. I mean, it's just... It has to be something very specific for it to be reasonable to replace. New compass. Dungeon. Revolutionary cuisine. We have to do all these later. I mean, what's a spicy mission like? Remember what happened here? This is just replay. Okay. This is level 18. Here's 15. Raid on spicy. There you go. It's not impossible, they are probably really hard. Like, technically I might have the level, but it might be better for me to just wait. Maybe not. It's doable. Okay. Oh, it literally does not do anything. Okay. It's just a damage thing. Wonder if you'll be able to like mix and match it. So like for example, later if you want like a tank ability from like the speed tank or whatever, the tech tank tree, if you could use it with a power tank, probably not. You're probably locked into whichever one. Which I could kind of like. I could see that kind of working out. Some games let you do that, like you could equip anything regardless. I kind of get the feeling they're not going to let you do that with this. Gotta put this on. Ow. Fortunately, you can outrun the laser if you really need to. Yeah, this even the music is very like Pikmin-esque. I wonder if that was like an inspiration for this at all. That would just warm my heart so much. I love it when Pikmin gets any amount of credit for anything ever. It's a shame that it only has 4 games in the whole series, and then I guess Hey Pikmin is a game, apparently. I've been told I'd kill myself, by the way, for no reason. I like how that's how I kill myself, finally. I even said I was going to do that on the first time I went through this level. We're fine. This is the last enemy. That's why I wasn't very concerned. But basically, for all of these, this is going to be much harder to hit. Like, there's a lot more. It's like an endurance level, basically. Okay, easy. This is about what I would expect from a hard mode. Including me dying to something incredibly stupid and 100% my fault. What would the ad campaign for Splatoon be like if it was still like a 2000s franchise? Because, you know, a lot of those games used to have really fun ad campaigns, like Star Fox Assault and Rayman 3 stick in my head forever as, like, being crazy, like, weird ad campaigns. He certainly wouldn't do that today, that's for sure. That Rayman one where he's at the urinal with all the other dudes would never happen today under any circumstance. Like, genuinely. I don't even think you can damage it. Charge in damage up. Yeah, look at how good the loot is for this. This is how you get the best loot. You have to do hard missions. I mean, that's not like a super surprise, but the loot we've been getting on other missions has been terrible by comparison. This is kind of what I wish Splatoon was when it first showed up. I think it was actually really good. This isn't the big one, right? No, here we go. So technically, this only has like a 3-second downtime. Okay, well this didn't respawn, so we have to go this way. Seems like only some respawn, that's why I'm wondering if like more respawn over time. Or if there's eventually like a limit. Time to die on this again. They put this here just to troll people like me who will be in boost mode the whole time. It's like when they punish you for being in like detective vision for too long in all these games. How is he not stuck? That's really fucking weird. There you go. Telling you, man, the Splatolites are going to be golden. Over here, I guess. What is the golden? Right here. Alright, very nice. That's enough. Alright, let's go. Now you see, this is the kind of mission I would expect. It's got a lot to do, pretty long, lots of enemies, they're kind of tanky, but reasonable. I feel like this is reasonable, right? Nothing ever will get worse than like Destiny and Division a little bit. Like, you actually feel like your weapon damage upgrades actually play a role in this, which is nice. Okay. Alright, can't get any more. I believe we hit a lot, because it was kind of a long mission. Yes. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll Google it. Like, do these missions have an end? Or what? Because sometimes I feel like they should. Like, they can't spawn anymore, right? I don't know. Because otherwise I would stick around, but... Charging... Duration up 26%. Or sorry, 24%. Create damage reduction around the spin wheel. Victory. Increase splatolite damage. The battleship is right for a construction project. Okay, what? Level up again? No, part development. Will we be able to make our own parts eventually? That would be like the one thing I think would be really good, is if we could make our own parts. We want to develop gadget parts, is that possible? We don't have the blueprints for these like we do for gadgets, so we'd have to build them from scratch. Did you reverse engineer them from the parts you've used? Good thinking, mechanic. I suppose you've proven you can do whatever you say you can. Fair enough. What sort of workbench do you have in mind? Okay, it's done. I'm especially proud of the magnifying glass placement. All you did was adjust the angle. It should help smooth out any detail work you need to do. Use it whenever you need to make parts. Weapon scrapping. More parts. We can't upgrade it anymore. We have to release it. Okay. So we'll do weapon upgrades next. There you go. Battle Frenzy. I mean, I might... no, let's put back on Airborne. Nah, Overpowered is good. What if we went down to level 5? No, we're still too short. We need one more, which we don't have. Victory cooldown. Put that on, I guess. Okay. Develop parts. So you're trying your hand at making new gadget parts. Can you make parts with different effects than the ones you found? Well, if anyone can, it's you. So what kind of part will you make it for which gadget? Orbital range up. Increases the size of their orbit. Okay, so you can either find them randomly or you can do something else. Satellite circle fixed in place. I don't know if I want that. We need another smoker tank. We need 7. I thought that's... Yeah, we need 7. Satellites automatically activate when a weapon attack hits a Salmid. A Salmonid. I don't know why I said Salmid. And if like 1 level of Scorch. Cooldown reduction. Shortens his gadget's cooldown time. This is very Dynasty Warriors-esque. Yeah, we could get this down a lot. Imagine we could get the cooldown to have 100% uptime, and then we could put auto trigger on hit. So we wouldn't even, like, it just automatically plays. We don't even need to do anything. It would just automatically happen. So when a weapon attack hits a Salmon, if we shoot an enemy, we don't even need to press this anymore. We need another smoker's tank. Increases the size of their orbit. I don't know if I want that. Overpowered Defender. Increases slash damage after you take damage twice when using it. Increases the number of time the character charges in. Increase or decrease charging distance depending on parts. Decreases damage taken when using this gadget. That's pretty good. Freeze. Frozen summons can't move. Oh, cooldown. Cooldown is always going to be helpful because we just get to use it more. You can't go wrong with cooldown. Yeah, I'm not using a smoker's tank. Okay. I don't know if I want to do crazy amounts of dashes, to be honest with you. I think that's fine. Auto trigger on hit, it's 0. It's 0 parts. You might as well use it. And then cooldown reduction. I guess we get rid of airborne damage and we could use level 2. I don't know if I want a bigger orbit. Slash damage up 3%. If we could get 1 more point off, we could get rid of victory cooldown. And we don't have enough. We're 1 short. Alright, we'll put that on. Try to make use of every point we can possibly use. Tater rocks. Oh, because this is the new area, we don't have any spicy yet. Alright, we could try this. They say this is danger, but I mean, whatever. It is what it is. Yep, don't even need to push it. Now we're getting on, like, not Rule of Rose, fucking, what's the other one? Risk of Rain. We're getting on, like, Risk of Rain levels now. Basically, if I can deploy it, it will now just automatically deploy. No input from me required. We have enough. I like how it automatically drags you to sub-level 2. It's not like Pikmin where you can like kind of roam around or something. It just automatically takes you there. See how helpful it is? I didn't have to land in Greece. Oops. We'll move it to A so I never have to push it again once we level up the tank again. But that's going to take a while. Like, there's a lot to level up in this game. I'm assuming that, like, on later levels, it'll maybe be a little bit easier. Damn, we were really slow otherwise, though. Alright, even if we don't clear it, that's fine. Just know we have to be a little more aggressive on this floor. We just have to be very aggressive on that floor. That's fine. That's actually perfect, because we can get a lot of experience. Like, look at that. We almost leveled up just from doing that. Heavy hitting. Spin wheel, don't care. That's fine. Okay, go back. It's not even the danger, it's that you might not deal enough damage to actually clear it. There you go. It was literally one enemy off. Yeah, we're done. I guess that would probably be the closest comparison, right? This would be kind of like Risk of Rain a little bit. I just kind of don't like that they can come out of the hole and they don't even have, like, they're not even fully exposed yet. It feels like they're kind of getting credit for attacking, and it's not a huge deal, like, definitely not that big of an issue. It's not even an issue, it's just kind of like, ah, well, you know, I can't even hit them until they're fully out. There you go, we have enough. Emergency damage up. Oh my god, what was that? Well, good thing I couldn't die. Okay, there will be a boss here, and we will... Oh no, it's one of these dudes. I like how they give him the Donkey Kong Bonanza intro. We can't really afford not to fight this dude. Oh my god. Heal, 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 heal! It's done. That was not hard at all. Flamingo Splattershot Jr. Maybe, is it better? It might just be a better green than what we have on currently. You kind of get used to that. Like when you play old school WoW, like a lot of times you get purples and they're like low level. They're like level 30s, 40s, 50s. And there's greens that are, you replace them with. Heartbreaking, man. And it's totally just a mental thing too. Oh. Treasure Hunter. Presumably the base used by salmonids in the kitchen. It appears to be well used as water grows slightly cloudy when poured in. Ugh. Yeah, level 16. Victory cooldown on the Splatchet. It should clear up the fog. Summons are getting tougher. Make sure your gear is up to date. Oh yeah, I should mention I've heard this rattling noise every time the bot moves. Mind taking a look, mechanic? Something's caught in the bot leg. Ugh. Spatula? A cute little spatula. Something real familiar about it. Isn't that the design of your family emblem, Fry? You're right, it's the Onaga clan crest. Totally right, we have something just like it at my house. I've seen it on an heirloom hairpin from my great-great-grandpa's generation. I did hear that salmonids stole one of them a long, long time ago. Would this have been around when swarms of salmonids sometimes descended on Splatsville? Apparently in those dire times, those are 3 families who had smacked them back into the sea. If something stolen so long ago ended up here now, then that means the salmonids that attacked Splatsville generations ago are from the Spiralite Islands. I've read that every salmonid attack left the city in a pretty rough shape back then. It must have cost a fortune to fix up all the homes and roads over and over. No doubt, which is to say the salmonids here owe us a bundle with interest. How dare they track mud in our clean city? We'll make them pay 3 times over. Clean city? Yeah, are we talking about the same Splatsville? See, it's okay when we do it, okay? I don't think we could do this again, right? Even though it says we could go higher? No, it's locked. Okay. I mean, we're still not really doing gadget damage that heavily. We don't really have, like, the hatchet's good, but it still does competitive damage. I don't really feel like I need to upgrade that at the moment. Smoker's tank, we just haven't gotten lucky, it hasn't dropped. Alright, I mean, that's kind of where I think I'm going to stop. For now, at least, just for the first session. The only thing is this better? No, this is still better. Like, this it's just slightly below. Yeah, but this is where I'm going to stop now, which I think is totally fine. Obviously, I will play this again probably tomorrow, because I kind of want to do this. When you use a showstopper, your gadget cooldown shortens by 2 seconds. Mega eggs are easier to pick up. When you pick up Mega Power Eggs, HP and Ink recover a little. That could be good, but not right now. I think the double jump is useful. And this conserves it a little bit. HP recovers 25% total faster, and recover from danger 25% total faster. Okay, well, we will continue playing this. Obviously, this is it's pretty fun. It's not what I expected, so... Alright, very nice.